All right. Today is a hopefully big day. I spent this morning hosting the server and changing the client, the website domain, so that now we should, in theory, have a live playtest of some form. Now, at one point, I am going to push a change to the playtest. That should speed up the server quite a bit, but there's a chance it breaks things. And honestly, I would rather make sure it works before I break anything. So I have all the stats on the server pulled up on one monitor just to make sure everything works. But we're doing it. We're doing it. So whoever joins into this stream, the link is in the description. Join the game. 16 players per lobby. Lobbies now work. You can enter a lobby code. You can see your lobby ID. I will put my lobby ID, my current lobby ID, 187. There's my current lobby ID. All right. So whoever wants to join my lobby, let me know. And let me just quickly view the dashboard of the server. Okay, looks like everything's all right now. Is there a way I can see the traffic? Metrics. Logs. Outbound reach. Okay. Now I have no idea if people are in the game just yet. So I wish I had a way to see how many people are in my lobby. I might push that change too. But yeah, we are currently live. Like this is a full-on live demo. So once people are, in the game, we're gonna start playing it, or at least just flying around. There's no combat or anything, but this is a server test officially. I said I'd do it soon. I didn't realize I'd do it today, but we're doing it today. So yeah, in the chat, let me know if y'all are in the game or if you're flying around. Again, join my lobby ID. The way you do that, you type the lobby ID and then you just press join. And if you want to create a new lobby, you press create and it creates a new random lobby ID for you. And you can see it in the bottom right corner. I didn't mean to move that. But you can see there's my lobby ID and my connection state. Yep. All right, let's do this. Again, I will load into the game once more people are in the game. So in the chat, if you want, join the game. Write in the chat that you're in the game. Join my lobby, and we'll start flying around. Yeah. I off the stream yesterday. I implemented. Actually, no, on stream I implemented the lobbies. I went back and changed some things, and I found something in the server that might be a bottleneck. So I have a fix already ready to go, but I don't want to push it just yet because I don't want to break something and then have people not be able to play. I've already tested the that people on different machines can connect to the remote server. That works fine. This will kind of be a latency test. Just kind of see how things work. The server should have 16 players per lobby. And then, yeah, and if you try to join a lobby with too many players in it, it just won't let you. You have to create a new lobby. All right, we'll play. So, I also added some things. So, firstly, top right, you can see connection status and your lobby ID. Bottom left, we have the placeholder UI for the radar. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, radar is going to be a pretty crucial piece to this. Oh, there's someone in here. I see someone. I'm coming towards you. No way. Can you? I'm pretty nearby you. I think kind of behind. I'm going to fly right in front of you. See? Oh, dude. No way. It works. Oh my gosh. It works. It's so cool. I mean, I'm kind of astounded. I didn't think I'd actually get to this point. There's another guy in the lobby. Holy cow, dude. And also, to see the debug view, press P on your keyboard. That'll show you, everyone will appear as these blue cubes. It just makes people easier to see. So like I can see you're over here. And the other guy left, it seems. Yeah, let me know how the network latency is for you guys. Like, any feedback, any and all feedback is very welcome. But this is so cool. I have made a multiplayer game from scratch that works in the web browser. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of that. But yeah, there should be up to 16 people able to join this. And I know I've had like 20 something people in the stream at a time. I think my upper numbers have been like 30. So one thing I was thinking about implementing was adding like name tags so that when you join the demo, you can see people's names and who's who. But that's a little hard. I haven't added like sending strings across the network. I probably could have done it today. It'll probably be working by tomorrow. One important thing, if you hit the ground, what happens is there's a 4-second pause and then you return to the menu. I think I just saw someone hit the ground. That's why I say that. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. And from what I can see on my network, I'm using render.com to host the server. Things look bandwidth-wise okay. Server's still live. Events. Let me just make sure nothing's gone wrong or anything. It's still live. It's still live. So no crashes. Connection status connected. Uh-oh. A little bit of lag there. That's all right. But yeah, anyone who's just joined in, this is a playtest. Click the link in the description, join my lobby ID, and you'll be able to join into this game and fly around with me. Kind of doing a network stress test today. I'm just going to be flying around, and at one point, once I know that this is working kind of stable enough, I'm going to push a network change that should make things a little more efficient. But I don't want to push it just yet because I don't want to break anything. But it works. It seems to work. How cool is that? Man, it doesn't get much cooler than that, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, multiplayer is hard. Multiplayer is really stinking hard. So the fact that I was able to get it working from scratch, I'm very, very proud of that. Now, like scene synchronization. Also, if you have any bugs, please write them in the chat. I mean, truly, this is a server stress test. So join the game, join my lobby. By the way, lobby ID is in the top right corner up here. And it's also in the chat if anyone wants to join through that way. The way you do that, pretty straightforward. I'm going to crash my aircraft and walk y'all through it. I should just be in my lobby. When I crash, I'm going to hit the ground, wait 4 seconds, and I'm going to get returned to the menu. So there is a loop. The way you join the lobby, you type it in, and you press join. That's it. And then when you're in the game, if you want to see... Oh, there's someone else here. So if you want to see this debug view, press P on your keyboard, and you'll be able to see where other people are more easily. But... Oh, there's 2 people in here. This is so cool. Yeah, press P. It'll be easier to see where people are on the keyboard. Well, just in general. I'll make them these big blue cubes. I literally just added that to make it easier to see. You know, when I was testing this, it was kind of hard to find other aircraft because they're small gray dots, essentially. But it seems to work. There's now how many people are in this lobby? We have 1. Oh, I thought we had, I think, 4 at one point. So 1 person crashed. Another person crashed. Let me know if there's any feed, like tweaks to the controls or anything, any suggestions. It's all pre-game. This is just working. Whenever there's a little pause, I think that means someone joined. Yep, someone just joined. All right. How cool is that? Wow. I never thought that I'd get to this point. Oh, there. And if you all want to, you don't have to. Let me know if you're in the United States or not, or if you're like in a different country, because that says a lot about the latency. I'm in the US, for example. So if someone's joining from another country and you're able to sync up pretty well, then that's really good news. The packet states, like the packets that I'm sending over the network are very, 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 very small. So I don't expect a bandwidth issue. I mean, this is pretty cool. This is pretty neat, if I do say so myself. Someone just joined in. 2 people just joined in, I think. Whenever the game free... Oh, 2 people just joined. This is so neat. Y'all don't even know how... So, some of y'all do know how hard I've worked to get this to... I mean, if any of y'all are returning viewers, I've been working on this project from scratch for the better half of like 3 months now. The netcode alone probably took almost a month to just get the bare bones of it working. I mean, it seems to work. Yeah, I'm gonna add. So the next thing to add, roadmap wise, is once. So it seems like the network works. I'm gonna probably do some optimizations, clean up some code. The next thing I'm gonna add, the radar is gonna work. I might add name tags, teams, all of that stuff. Then I'm gonna add server side. I'm gonna probably have to move the controls server side, because right now it's all client side. But once I move the controls server side, I should be able to then have missiles. We could have missiles now. They just have to be owned by the server. And it would be kind of weird to have like the planes client side, but the missiles server side just doesn't sit well with me. So that'll be something to tweak in the future. Yeah, let me know if you're all having any lags, any issues. I can see on my end the server seems to be holding up just fine. It's definitely active. That's for sure. I mean, pretty neat. Pretty neat. Oh, there's someone else in here. Hey man, what's up? Just buzz the tower. Little spiral of death over here. There you are. I'll fly straight if you want to catch up to me or something. I'll slow down. I had full afterburner going on. And also if you press tab, that lets you look around. I can see you. Are you trying to fly a little formation or something? You just did a barrel roll. It's pretty sick. The client-side prediction seems to be working a little. Damn, this is so cool. How's the connection for you? Working all right? Any freezing? Any issues? I mean, this is pretty stinking cool, if I do say so myself. We haven't had a single server crash. No seg faults. I'm pretty... Yo, what's up? Hey, if you just joined, join the playtest. You can fly around with me. It's all networked. It's all multiplayer. The link down below works. All good. Oh, you are the guy flying with me. All right, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was smooth as silk. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I cannot tell you how cool this is for me. I mean, you know, it's kind of like when you start making games, one of the things that's really hard, if you're like me, I love multiplayer games. I love multiplayer games. The hardest thing for me was knowing that if I made a multiplayer game, I now had to, like, I had 2 choices if I wanted to play it with people. Play it with my family, which I love my family. Play it with my friends at school, which actually I did do for a lot of freshman year when I made like a multiplayer FPS. It was much worse. And beyond those 2 options, there was nothing else. So I can't test, you know, flying with people who are somewhere else in the world. Can't test anything. But now I'm lucky enough to be in this situation where I can stream a game I made. And because it's running in the browser, it all works pretty well. And other people can just join and play with me. Like, To me, that is the coolest thing. One of the coolest things I've done in my like software adventure. I'm not even gonna pretend to call it a career, but like, yeah, it works. How cool is that? I'm just gonna keep repeating it for anyone who just joined. You can join the game. The link in the description will send you to a multiplayer version of this. The current version is a multiplayer version. So if you join and you join my lobby, you can see the lobby ID in the chat or on my screen. You will be flying around with me. And so far, we've had at most, I think, 4 people in a lobby, but we should have up to 16 in a lobby. We can have multiple lobbies too. I put 0 cap on the amount of players who can join this. So this is kind of a stress test. Not really a stress test. I mean, so far we haven't had any real stress, but it works. It works. This is so cool. This is so cool. I have not been this excited about something in a very, very long time. How can you find me on the map? Okay, so firstly, the mini map doesn't really work right now. It's just placeholder. Secondly, if you want to find people, press P. That puts you in the debug view, and it makes the other players these big floating cubes. Makes them much easier to see. And like every time people join, something that seems to happen, there's a little stutter, so you can kind of tell when people join. That's the resources being loaded. But yeah, if you want to find someone, press P, look for another big floating blue cube, and you should be able to find them. But I'm also kind of hovering around this main mountain area. It's kind of the spawn. So, yeah, I mean, I should slow down. I'll make it easy for people to catch up with me. If you're moving at Afterburner, it's not hard to catch up. It's hard to catch up with people, but it seems to work. I noticed someone spawned in and then appeared to despawn. Hopefully there wasn't a crash of any kind. It says I'm still connected. Just to make sure, I'm going to open another instance of the game. Make sure there's no issues. Okay, yeah, we're still connected. Uh-oh. My game got disconnected. Play. Okay, I'm still in the same lobby. It hasn't been disconnected. I think we're all right. Let me check the server status. Logs. Client connected. Client disconnected. Client connected. So far, it seems to still be working, despite my best efforts. Okay. Also pretty high up, if that's making it hard to find people. I mean, I'm right now at the top of this mountain area. Oh, someone just spawned in. Yep, I see him. Press P to go into the blue cube mode. Just a reminder. I should probably like write that in the chat or something. I'm flying at half throttle. I'm just flying straight. I'm gonna write in the chat. Press P to the debug mode. All right. Let's see. I get what you mean. Make Raylib only see since there's no class distractions. It was grueling work for me. Yeah, it's. Although I will say Raylib is a fantastic library, but yeah, I mean it's. I see you, man. I see you. I'll fly straight. I'll fly straight. I promise. Yeah, it's tough. So like getting to this point where I wrote this from scratch. This is C++. I've compiled it to WebAssembly. All the UI is completely custom. No external libraries. I mean, I used OpenGL. I used GLM. There's a few external libraries, but for the most part, this is like bare bones, including the networking. I used just WebSockets. There's no. I used all the synchronization is through my own craft, I guess you could say. Also, just so you know, if you want to speed up, press Shift. I'm gonna fly past you really fast. I just flew behind you. Whoops. But yeah, if you press Shift, that'll make it easier to like catch up with people. Man, the network, I'm seeing very little lag. I'm really close to you, actually, like right behind you. Let's see. I managed to make UI states work. Added buttons that change the game. Yeah, buttons are. I mean, adding UI is hard. This UI library, in my mind, I've kind of said, oh, it is such a feeling when it works. I mean, heck, that's what I'm having right now. I mean, multiplayer is working. I'm playing a game that I made in C++. multiplayer in the browser, live on a web stream, like live on a stream. This is so cool, and it hasn't crashed, and it seems to work, and like I'm not having any issues. The lobby matchmaking works. Oh, sorry, I just saw that you were behind me. I didn't mean to just completely make it hard for you. I'll fly straight again. I mean, it seems to work. This is so cool. One thing I know I'm gonna have to do is this UI. I think it looks all right. I think it looks okay. Under the hood, it is a mess. I mean, it is a total mess. The way I wrote this is not good. If I have any more complex interactions with the UI, I will have to rewrite a lot of it. I've already decided. It's just going to have to happen. And just because I have to say it periodically, if anyone just joined the stream, click the link in the description. You can join into this game live. My lobby ID is in the chat. It's also in the top right of the screen. If you join, if you just go to the website linked in the description, enter the lobby ID, press join, you'll be in this game. And, oh, there you are, man. I just was the tower. So cool. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Also, just cool little tip. Clouds are volumetric. I know some of you've seen me develop this. But yeah, if you fly into the clouds, I mean, they're there. One thing I know I also should add is currently the way draw order works is it's literally just the order at which you spawn entities in. So it's tricky with like the clouds and opacity and like, you know, if there's a cloud in front of you or behind, I'm going to go down now. But I'll slow down. I won't too insane. But I mean, this is cool. And it all runs in the browser and it all runs on good hardware. I mean, it's yeah. Any suggestions, by the way? If any of y'all have suggestions, obviously, you know, weapons and stuff will be coming. I might have different aircraft models. Again, the problem with that is, you know, I have to have a more intense menu UI, and more intense the menu UI, the more in-depth the UI system has to be. And like, and let me just give you an example of what I mean when I say this UI is clunky. This placeholder radar UI, it is a a rect. Its class name is, so like the little panel is called a rect. So I draw a rect, and then I draw a circle, a big circle with a certain radius and a certain thickness. And then I draw a little circle in the middle. These are 3 different UI elements that are just layered on top of each other. Yeah. Thank you, man. I'll keep working on it. Peace. But yeah, like that's not how a UI system should work. So I've kind of thought about like, how will I fix this? Current solution is to rewrite it so it's easier to work with programmatically. Later, I would actually maybe like to have this done in like a file. So like a JSON file where I can describe, oh, there you are. There's someone else. How many people do we have in here? We got one, currently only one other guy. If anyone wants to join, you know, you just put the link in the description. But let me know. I mean, network seems to work pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this. How cool is that? I'm flying straight, so you can catch up with me pretty easily. I see you. Wow. I'll catch up with you. But like the everything about this is custom and everything, but yeah, so there's probably going to be different aircraft types. There's definitely going to be different aircraft types. The question is, you know, will there be skins or something? But the bare minimum, heat seekers and radar guided missiles. I'll have to move the controls maybe to the server side. Like currently the aircraft are all client side. But it seems to work. It seems to work. All over spring break, I managed to get this to work. Freaking cool. Oh my gosh. I know I keep saying how cool this is, but this is so cool to me. And I've spent so much time like sweating over this. I know it's clunky and I know there's some problems with it and it isn't the prettiest thing ever, although I'm happy-ish with how it looks. Obviously those little ragged edges at like the edge of the map, they will be fixed. I have to figure out how to fix those. It's something with the height map being loaded. Everywhere else it's fine, but over there just seems to be like little something's a little off. So I'll figure it out. But I mean, beyond that, I mean, height map collisions, they're a little high. I think I might adjust them to just be a little lower. Because like I can hit the ground right here, and that works. Like I crash there, and I'll wait 4 seconds, return to menu, play. But like you know, I'll be able to crash if I just fly a little too low to the ground. So fly about here, and like see, I didn't hit the ground, but I died because the height map collision detection is just a little off. Since we seem to have a brief pause in people joining the server, I'm going to push a new change to the server. If this breaks everything, I will undo it. But if it doesn't, this is a good way to do things. Let's just make sure I have all the right changes. Find, attach. Okay. This seems to work. Server speed up. And then, because of how I have this set up, this should automatically just get pushed to the live server. Let me make sure that's the case. Events, refresh. Render.com did make this pretty easy. Now I will say, hosting this morning, I just decided I wanted to do a playtest. I have never felt like I've vibe coded more in my life. It was a horrible feeling because going through the build logs, because the server is running on Ubuntu. I had to get a Docker container set up. I did not sit here and learn how to use Docker properly. I 100% had Claude help me set that up. I don't have Claude code. It was literally me just asking Claude, like, how does this work? And then like when I'd get a build error because there was a dependency missing that like my Windows build it was a nightmare. So I did use some AI for that. Full disclosure. I don't like using AI and not talking about it. Because if I use AI and then I pretend that I didn't, I just feel dishonest. So yeah. Yeah, there was 100%. There's a very large Claude chat history with me this morning, just going through like how, okay, now I have this error in render.com and I have this error, and I found some interesting stuff. But it seems to work. The new build hasn't deployed just yet. That's why I'm still in the menu. I'm watching it deploy. It's building. It should be up soon, like any second, because it has to build. Oh, and it should be live. It should be live. So we're going to go back to logs and we're going to refresh. No server connection. That's to be expected. We're having a normal situation in this. Uh-oh. Let me make sure that this is not a problem. Are there any issues with... Let's see, network. Let me just make sure there's no glaring issues. Refresh. No server connection. That's frustrating. What's going on? What's going on here? It should be live. You just refresh the dashboard, make sure there's no crashes. Maybe the URL changed. That could be it. Web dogfight. Let me test. WebSocket connection. Test online. It could just be the like some sort of slow startup, because I remember when I started the first server, things were a little goofy. Okay, so it's not just me. I'm looking at it online. I'm testing the WebSocket connection. It's a little slow to connect. That's fine. Doesn't seem to be an issue with my WSS on render.com. Why is it taking so long to connect? Deployed. Should be live. Free instance will spin down when inactive. It's not inactive. Why is it taking so long to connect? I need to... That's not fun. WebSocket URL. So It's not saying like there's nowhere to connect. It's just like, let me just test to make sure that this is okay, so connection failed on that end. That's okay. I'm just making sure that it's not like a me issue. Okay. Issue connecting to onrender.com. Let's see. Render.com WebSocket. Let's see. Let's see. After recent deployment. Why is there no connection right now? Incorrect port binding. That's not it. All I did was push a change to... It could be something to do with... Let me try something. Let me try... What was the thing I did previously? Sorry, I have to do this live, but this is just like, I can fix this 100%. I'm just gonna have to maybe revert a change. That's fine. Gotcha. Okay. Those all seem to work. Those all seem to work. Main network patch. Okay. Building it. Oh. What's going on here? Why is there an issue? Lobby ID. Lobby ID should be working. X was not declared. Where is X? Line 90. Oh, that's stupid. I hope that wasn't what's causing the issue. That'd be really silly if that was the case. Okay. Render.com should rebuild this. I'm gonna reload. Still no connection. Okay. Connection lost. See your browser's developer console for error code. Let's check the logs real quick. See what's wrong. No open ports. Interesting. It's still deploying again. Let's see. The last deployment had what changes? Open HTTP ports. That's fine. Still deploying. I'm curious why this isn't. My guess is that, okay, so it looks like it is live. Hold on, the new push hasn't been deployed. I'm watching the build logs right now. I don't want to show any of the dashboard in case I accidentally show something I shouldn't. I don't really know the security rules in this. Just to be clear. That's why I'm not showing more on the developer console side. But I'd love to. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff, admittedly. Come on. Maybe the port changed. That could be it. No, I don't think that would be it. Let's see. Web continue. Okay, so 2 people are viewing. For context, for the 2 people viewing, I'm starting the server up again. I just pushed a change. It seemed to have caused some connection issues. But long story short, worst case, I revert the changes and we should be playing again in no time. But it works. The multiplayer works. You'll be able to fly your own plane around in a server. Okay, it looks like it should be live. Okay, good. Those are the errors I like to see. Not errors. One thing that happened last time was there were some connection established. All right, let's refresh this thing. It worked. Okay, so here's my new lobby ID. I'll put this in. New lobby ID. 428 630. There's my new lobby ID. If any of y'all want to join the game, click the link in the description, go on down, and you should join. Now, the change, now that I'm thinking about it, the change I just pushed fundamentally changed how client state is sent. It should work. If it works, I just want y'all to know there's been no testing done on it, so it means it works the first try. I literally haven't even run this on a local build. Probably not the best idea. So, join. It should work. If it doesn't work, that's totally fine. I just revert the changes to the last working server build. But if it works, this should be a much more efficient way to send client state. Much more efficient. Allow for many more, like a much higher ceiling of players. So highly recommend joining the game. If nothing else, just to pop in and see if I can actually see you playing around in the game after this most recent server push. Let's see. And also the way you join a lobby, when you go into the game, delete those like 6 asterisks, they're just placeholder. Enter the lobby code and press join and then press play. And it should get you in the game. If you get in the game and you can't see me, please, you know, write that in the chat, because that's how I'll know if there's an issue in regards to the, in regards to the networking. So yeah, please, please do that if you're so inclined. For context, the change I made, if you all want to see some of the code. The change I made was initially the way we sent client state was we iterated through all the clients, we serialized the lobby state for whatever. Oh gosh, reload. Lobby ID changed. Sorry about that. New lobby ID 808-150. Long story short, the change that was made, we would serialize all of the clients, what's the term? We would serialize all of the lobbies for each client. That was slow, and it made it where the more clients there were, I think there was an exponentially larger amount of like serialization calls that had to be made. So what I did was I just iterate through all the lobbies once. I locked the thread very briefly. I serialize the lobby state one time, and then I iterate through all the clients and just send them that state. And in theory, that makes this... Oh, it lagged. That means there's someone who should have just joined. I think someone just joined. Please let me know if you joined and, like, you can't see me or something. Whenever there's a small stutter, that usually means someone joined the server. So... I don't see anybody. Maybe someone didn't join. Let me... Actually, I can test this pretty easily by just copying this. Go here. I'll go back to my game. I don't want it to boot me out or anything. New thing here. Play. Okay. Is there another player in here? I do see another player. That's me, thankfully. Let me just fly on over, make sure everything's all synced up properly. I should be able to fly past myself and see myself. But again, whoever wants to join this, you'll be put into this same game, and you'll be able to fly around with me. I know there's only one of y'all watching right now, but that's all right. It worked. And it worked. And then we will get rid of that. And the player despawns. Perfect. All right. Let me fly back to the main spawn. Yeah, I mean, pretty neat. Minorly cool. Only a little bit. And it seems like the server push worked. At least on my end. Yeah, I won't know for sure until someone joins. So, if you want to be that guy, join the game, why don't you? You know, something lagged. Does that mean that someone joined? Whenever there's a brief pause. Let's see. This is pretty neat. I think I need to add some like trees. I'll have to go back and make like once all the game logic is done, I will go back and make a proper test map. Oh, that pause felt like someone joined. Did no one join? Someone join? Let's see. Oh, no. That's a speck on my screen. That sometimes happens. Let's see. But yeah. Whoever is outbound bandwidth, that works fine. Let's see the server state. Application metrics. That's good. Month. WebSocket responses. Things seem to be working. Seems to be working. That would be like the definition for you. 3 people viewing. Awesome. Hey, my advice, join the game. There's a link in the description. If you click it, you can join my lobby. Use the most recent lobby ID in the chat or on my screen. Enter it, press join, and press play. And you'll be in the game. You'll be able to fly around with me. We can fly some formation. Really, all this is just testing the network, making sure everything works right, making sure people can join properly. I just pushed a pretty big optimization on the server side. So I want to make sure that that works. And before that, I just want to clarify, it did work. This is multiplayer. This works. But this most recent change should make things a lot faster, a lot more secure. But I want to make sure it works. So highly, highly, highly recommend whoever wants to be able to just fly around, join. Should be fun. But I mean, it's working pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the stability I'm seeing. I'm just flying around very casually in the center of the map. So if you have any suggestions, yeah, please let me know. If anything doesn't work, please leave a message in the chat, and I'll get working to fix it. Oh yeah, let's see. Let me know whenever someone joins. I'm watching the server's log right now, so I should be able to see any state changes, anything big. By the way, this debug view is, if you press P, it will automatically it'll just show you a debug view. It makes people easier to find. That red box is my last sent packet to the server, essentially. There's some client-side interpolation and prediction, client-side prediction. So so far that's worked really well, actually. I've been able to fly some cool formation with other people. But yeah. Join in the fun. It's just a link in the description. Should all work pretty well. I tested it on my end. It worked. I think it worked pretty well, actually. But yeah. Hey, what's up? Oh, I remember you. Hey, you can join the game now. So I remember yesterday, I said there'd be a playtest soon. This is the playtest, and it's multiplayer. So if you click the link in the description, join my lobby, which the lobby ID is the most recent lobby ID in the chat. You'll be able to fly around, and I will be there. It is fully networked. I pushed a pretty big server optimization. So it'd be awesome to check out how well that works. What are we doing? We're doing a live demo. We're doing a live demo. So if you click the link, yeah, very cool. I know. I'm very happy with it. I also added some radar UI. It doesn't function right now, but it will be functioning very soon. Once you join the game, please write in the chat and make sure you're using my lobby ID if you want to be in the lobby with me. If not, just say so. I won't take it personally. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm just stress testing the networking right now. And so far, I've had some pretty awesome results. But we've hit a little bit of a dry spot of players. It's kind of sad, In the beginning, we had, I think 4 people in a lobby at one point. So yeah, seriously. Join in. Let's get that YouTube algorithm going, Let's try, the lobby's capped at 16 players, and you can start other lobbies. So let's see how many players we can get in this game. let's just see how crazy we can make this. If you are in the game, you can press P to turn on the debug mode. It makes it easier to find people. I mean, yeah, it's working. It's working pretty well. I've had no server crashes. I've had no issues of any kind, really. At one point, I had to restart the server because I needed to push a little code change, and I had to wait for the server to get restarted. There was a brief moment where, like, I think some multi-threading thing. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Today's a very good day. I mean, it's the first time I've made a multiplayer game that I'm able to play with other people while on a live stream. Pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of like, if you're making a multiplayer game, that's the dream right there. That's the goal. That's what you're striving to make. Wow, ads. Was there an ad? Oh. Got that. Okay, so I turned on monetization on the stream. Didn't realize that would turn on. I thought that would turn on ads like after I stopped streaming. I'm not getting ads, but that's interesting. I did not know that. That's my fault. But hey, I'll make it up to you. If you wanna join the game, we can fly some formation. Because right now this is a live playtest. It is a totally live playtest. So the link in the description will take you to a networked version of this game. If you join my lobby, there's a lobby ID in the chat and at the top of the screen. You just type that into the lobby, and I'll show you, actually. I'll walk you through it. So I'll crash real quick. Crashing now works, so we're going to wait 4 seconds. It'll put us back in the menu. But yeah, you'll be able to see if I want to enter my lobby ID, 808-150. Now I press join and then press play. And then you'll be in the game. Seems to be working pretty well. I've had good server stability, good performance. I pushed a pretty big performance change though at one point. You know the same way through parallel GPU programming. Do you know the same way through parallel GPU programming in Python AI companies made their modeling? Let's see, trying to join. All right. Let me know if you're having any issues, but it worked last time. As for what you said about the CUDA thing, I'm not totally sure. I mean, I know of CUDA. I don't know CUDA personally. Like, I've not researched it. But, well, I know what it is. I have researched it, but I don't know how to write, like, CUDA code, if that's what you're asking. When you say you're trying to join, is it not working? Please let me know if it's, like, if it's not working. Because shouldn't be... You have to enter the code and then press join and then press play. You should see your lobby ID in the bottom of your screen. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe in the future I should just make it when you press play, if you have a lobby ID there. Oh, I see you. I see you. You're in. Okay, so if you press P, you can see the debug cubes. I am coming up on you. I'm kind of behind you. I'm going to fly past you. There. Just flew past. Did you see me? I'll slow down and I'll turn around. Let's see. You can play it on your phone too? That's neat. I haven't tested the mobile. Someone just flew very fast. I just noticed. Someone, like, just absolutely seems to take off. I don't know who did that. I don't think that was an issue with the network. You're on your mobile phone right now. That's awesome. If it works on your mobile phone, I did not test that at all. I can see both of you. How cool is that? I can see you. All right, so, okay. I'm flying around this main... I'm flying kind of slowly around this main central hill area. Again, if you press P, you'll be able to see the debug stuff. If you're on your phone, I don't know how you'll be able to see the debug stuff, but if you're actually playing this on your phone, that is really cool. I haven't tested, like, I didn't expect that to work. I thought there'd be so many, like, things that wouldn't allow that to be possible. That's crazy. You're playing this on your phone? someone just spawned in. I know that lag. Yep, someone just spawned in. I can see you. I'm right above the main hill in the middle, kind of flying in circles. Wow. You know, that just means I write the best code, don't I? I'm just kidding. I'm not that vain. Uh-oh, someone just whiplashed. Oh, I know what just happened. Okay, so when you're playing on hardware that can't handle it, which I imagine is the phone, something I know that happens is, because of how the physics are done, I've noticed if I hit a certain frame rate, like a low frame rate, I rubber band like I've never seen before. I will end up like in the sky or out of bounds of the map. And I think it's something to do with how I'm doing the physics. So one thing I know I'm gonna have to do is probably rewrite how the aircraft fly around. But that's interesting that it actually networked. The rubber banding. It's kind of funny. Not that it's not funny that it didn't work too well. I just went on a billion speed in the game. You went like a billion speed in the game. Tell me how. Like, did you rubber band? Is that like, did you whiplash all over the place, or did you like press throttle and go through? Blank white screen in the browser. Yeah, refresh. That happens sometimes. That's on the client side. That's not the network. That's something with OpenGL. I need to fix that. I don't know what causes it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, if you refresh the page, that should go away. I see someone in the sky now. I see someone joined. Let's see. I'm back in the game. Yeah, I can see it happened again. If you mind me asking, what hardware are you playing on? Are you playing on mobile? Are you playing on like a laptop? Is it low-end hardware, high-end hardware? Uh-oh. Interesting. My red cubes have stopped going. Let me refresh the page and rejoin. Okay, so the lobby got closed, it looks like. I think there was a disconnect. The new lobby code 73, I'll put in the chat. 735569. He's 40. Okay. 735569 is a new lobby code. So not so good. You should add gyro control. I should. That's a good idea. Okay, so if you're on not great hardware, then that could explain it. Because if you're on... Okay. That's good, though. That's good to know. The more data, the better. If you're getting whiplashed, I do know exactly what you're talking about. E460. Let me look that up. E460. Okay, so you're playing on a Lenovo. Okay. Oh, see, like it did I'm on mobile phone, Android, and Chrome browser. Wow, I am impressed that seems to be working. But I did see the rubber banding. Yeah, okay, so I'm back in my original lobby. There. I can see y'all. I can see someone in the sky. I'm gonna catch up with you, all right? So I've got two low-end hardware playing right now. This is good to know. I'm flying straight. I just flew past someone. You were like 18K height? Got it. Oh, I just see the rubber. I saw the phone rubber band a little bit. Yeah, so what would happen to me was with the 18K height thing, something that I found, max 60 FPS is what you're getting. If you're on a mobile phone, you're getting 60 FPS. I'm impressed. Again, I haven't optimized it for mobile at all. So you are playing on hardware I didn't expect. Now you're like 48K. So something that I had a similar thing happen, and it was when I was implementing clouds. When I had the clouds first running, they were significantly less optimized than they are now. And what happened was, whenever I looked at the clouds, this is when I was testing on a library computer. Whenever I looked at the clouds, I would teleport super high up. So I know what you're talking about. I don't know if there's anything I can do to fix it right now. Other than, actually, if you get a chance, can you say what your frame rate is? I crash landed. If you crash into the land, wait 4 seconds, you'll get put back into the menu. That is, you didn't, like, your game didn't freeze. It looks like it froze, but it didn't. A cheese-eating cave goblin. If you, a funny name. If you can you write what your frame rate is if you get a chance to see it? I know sometimes it flickers a little bit, or just like a rough estimate, just so I can get an idea as to, because I've noticed it's frame rate dependent, and I bet you it's because of 30 to 60 frames per second. So when you're hitting, I know that I can play it on 60 frames a second on my laptop. Are you just still going up? Here's another thing. The terrain, there should be an upper bound. Your phone is firing. I'm sorry. I'm impressed your phone can handle it right now, though. Impressive. As for the height thing, try refreshing the page, try respawning, because you shouldn't actually be able to get that high. There is a bounding box that should be checking if your aircraft is within a certain height, like, go back or die or something like that. So if you're in the sky, like that high up, that is an indication that something is not right. Let me fly up and see. I see someone up in the sky. What's the limit? The limit should be, let me look at it. I have it written in here. Terrain, not test, terrain.cpp. So the max height should be, oh, it's very high up. I increased it a lot. A gyro control would be better. Yeah, I'll add gyro controls for mobile if I get the chance soon. The max height right now seems to be really stinking high up. I think I upped that because I got bored of it. Fine, you know what? If you want, I can push a change. How about this? I will push a change just for you guys. Let me make sure that this local build works. There's this name input field. It doesn't actually do anything. So when I push this change, just know it won't correlate to what it should. And I'm gonna lower the max height. I think, let's see, we're gonna put it at 30,000. Let me just test that with flight real quick. If that works, I'll just push the change, and you should experience it pretty quickly. Let me go up to the max height, or at least what I'd like the max height to be. 30,000 seems pretty reasonable. It's possible to play AA-like game in the browser. With web GPU, that will be possible in the near future, but I wouldn't say it's possible for games that aren't like that. You're back down now? Okay. I'll push the new change so that isn't an issue, because you're definitely not the only person who's going to have that issue where low frame rate sends them super high into the sky. And I'd like to prevent them from getting up that high. If something that might help your frame rate, try to look away from the clouds. Try to stay looking down, because the clouds are only, like, that shader is only processed if you look at it. If you're not looking at it, they don't exist. It shouldn't take any processing, as much processing. Let me just make sure that the web build works again. And then I'll publish this change. It will have a name input field. The name does nothing. There's no name tags implemented yet. I want there to be them soon, though. The build just finished. Let me see if I can. I think I should be able to also join in through my local build of it. I know there's some things preventing me. Let me play. Okay, it seems to work. Okay, so let me push the changes. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to switch out which URL we're pointing to. Even above Mount Everest. Actually, 19,000 meters. Okay, so the units are not accurate. I just put meters there because I thought there should be a unit here of some kind. The units are not accurate. Cannot say that enough, because you would be above Mount Everest. That's not the case. That's just not the case. As cool as that would be. Okay, so let me push this change. Right now the max is 30,000 feet. 30,000 meters. Again, way too high up. Let's see. CD web live. CD web live. Git commit. Oh, we'll get add. Git commit. And max height. What plane did I get the inspiration? But actually, it's interesting. The sorry, get push. Okay, now there should be the UI will change in a second. The push takes a second to actually update. What did I get the plane inspiration for? The plane. Let me quickly open the Vercel link. The plane is kind of a mishmash between like an F-35, an F-22, an YF-23. It's just kind of a bunch of, it's like an amalgamation of all of them. But it's just kind of, I don't know. I hopped in Blender, was like, we need a plane of some kind. Yeah, I can see you. I can see someone's in the game now. By the way, 5 people viewing. You can join the game right now. I highly encourage you. The more people, the better. Click the link in the description, and I will send the lobby code to the chat one more time. Well, not one more time. Lobby code 7355 69. Making sure I have the right code. Add B2 bomber also. That's cool. Yeah, it's you flying. All right, that's cool. Let's see how to shoot. No shooting yet. No guns yet. No missiles. This is purely the network test. I just need to know that people can join the game, fly around with each other. No glaring issues of any of that sort. So far, I've been really happy with the results. Now, I will say this. This game is not meant for mobile. I will have to think very hard about how I would implement the controls for mobile. I might, if I really want, I might just make it where you can fly around in mobile. Maybe not. I'll try to add buttons for shooting. Again, kind of tricky. I'm writing this in WebAssembly, so I'm curious how I would even figure out the users on mobile from my C++ code. It would be an interesting problem to solve. I mean, but yeah, it seems to work. Let me fly up to the max height and make sure that this height limit works. It's a pretty up there max height, I will say. And I'll be keeping an eye on if anyone joins. You should add first person mode. Ooh, okay, so that'd be cool. But that means to model a cockpit. That's tough. I could do something that's just like a HUD UI. Could work. But I don't know if that's what you meant. If that's what you meant, that might be a little easier. Someone just joined in. That's awesome. I'm almost at the max height, which means I'll get teleported back to the base height. There we go. All right, I'm at the base height. I think someone just joined. Someone's up there. Yep, I see him. First person mode would be cool, though. Be a big modeling challenge, though. And if there's one thing I'm not the biggest fan of, it's modeling things, or making like the art for this. So he's flying in a relatively straight line. That means my best guess is it's probably Shari. I'm gonna try to pronounce that right, but are you the mobile guy? I just flew past you. You can't see me. I just flew past someone. Let me know if that was you. Flying kind of just in circles around him now. If I'm kind of far from spawn if there's someone else in. I don't think there's anyone else in. But I can model a little bit. Oh yeah, dude. I might maybe I'll make some sort of like open source contribution to like aircraft models. That'd be cool. Someone is flying straight up. I just flew right past someone. At least on my end, right past someone. Yep, you saw. Perfect. That is you. Dang, that's cool you're playing on mobile. I'm kind of shocked that I mean, let me try to play on mobile, actually. Let me do that. Let me join my own stream from my phone. And then try to play this on mobile. I'm curious. I'm playing on an Apple phone, so it'll be cool to see the, what is it? I got an ad just now, by the way. I just received one of my own ads. Is that like... Okay. I have my phone. We're going to try the mobile. We're going to try this on Google. I'm going to see if this works. Cell app. On my end, I get a black screen. Maybe I try Chrome. Maybe I try a different browser. Because the Google browser is different from the Chrome browser, at least on mobile. I also could try Safari. YouTube is pushing ads way too much. I feel partially responsible because I did turn it on. I just didn't. But you know what drives me crazy? The like super long YouTube ads on TV. Like when I get a 30-second, a 40-second ad, that's just crazy to me. Very, very, very insane to me. Okay, so I can't quite play on mobile. That's just, at least on my mobile device. Let me see if in Safari still does not seem to work on my end. Again, I bet you it's because I'm on an Apple. Too bad. It is what it is. The server's still running, so it didn't cause any crashes. That's good. See someone flying around up there. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. I'll fly back up to meet you. I think it's still the mobile player. Fly on up there. Catch up. Let's see. By the way, if there's anyone new watching, just know you can join into this game too. Yeah, I just flew past you. I think you might have seen. But yeah, I mean, make games to bring back true history. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. History games are neat. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. How are you able to control this thing on mobile? I have to say, I'm because this is on keyboard and mouse. There's no touch screen. Although the mouse looks around. That's why you can't change your speed. You're just... I see. I see. Good on you for being able to fly. I mean, that's got to be hard. Take some skill. You may be currently the most by swiping. I see. It's crazy that even works. I wonder, I'll have to look, let me do some research. I'll do some research into why it's not working on Apple. Mobile support is tricky. Very tricky. And I can only imagine making a C++ browser game mobile support only makes it trickier. First person mode, you should add blackout thing where you pull too many Gs. I plan to add something like that regardless. Not even if you're just in first person mode. Because one thing you'll notice, these aircraft are pulling really high Gs. Like really, really, really high G maneuvers. This kind of turn is insane. Really, it's insane. So that shouldn't be a possibility. There should be an actual limit to like how much you can turn in an aircraft. I'll have to add that. But there also should be like, there will be a pass out thing. How I played PUBG Mobile. I haven't played PUBG Mobile. I actually really don't play. You know, it's funny. I really don't play that many games, and I don't think I've played a mobile game in years. It's surprising, I know, but it's true. I have not really been in the mobile scene. But honestly, if I really like wanted to make games, I wouldn't be opposed to making mobile. I mean, there's something to be said for, you know, in this industry, there's something to be said for starting like a game studio or something. Like in how unstable, something I feel like that's just might happen is I might kind of be forced to make some sort of startup just because of how the industry is right. Like it might be more viable to build something and sell something like as a boss, as a CEO, than it is to join a company that might lay me off in 6 months. You know, it might be a super naive thing to say, but press right click when the blue box mode is on. Oh yeah, so that's clipping. That's camera clipping. Yeah. Yeah, good catch. That's just because the camera's field of view, the close focal plane is really far away. It did look like it go into the box. I can change that with like one line, but the problem is things will look bad far away if I do that. So I'll have to fix that in a bit. The game is one of the most complex games online, realistic additive graphics. That's cool. If they got to, I mean, there's been some really cool stuff that's been adopted into mobile, like how Fortnite was able to get adopted into mobile. I mean, if you think about how that's Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 with a ton of like Fortnite is a flagship title for graphics testing with Unreal Engine. Like there were Lumen, Nanite, all of that stuff was in Fortnite before it was in a lot of other games. Again, blacked out. Blacked out. Do you mean like I should add the blackout? But if you mean like, did your screen go black? If so, you just need to refresh the page. Usually it goes white though. Break. But like the fact they were able to even put Fortnite into mobile is very impressive, and they did it really well. Like that's just a huge engineering problem. They did earn billions through their game. There's my Fortnite. I think they have made. Actually, did they make billions in revenue from just the game? I'm curious. Well, let's look that up. Fortnite revenue. Generated $9 billion in total revenue. 3.5 billion. So that is over $1 billion a year from just Fortnite. Primarily through V-Bucks. Wow. There is a name possibility. There is a name possibility. So when I woke up this morning, was like, I'm going to have a playtest today. Something that I was like, well, you know, I want to see, like who's playing, you know, I want to know which aircraft is which person joined the game. So I quickly was like, oh, I'll add a name tag functionality. And then I realized just how hard that would be. I mean, do y'all want me to try to implement that live? I could try to implement that. Let me know. I don't know if I'll be able to get it done, but I could maybe get it started. You can see what it's kind of like to develop a multiplayer feature. It may not be the best implementation either. The other issue is, I have to work with the UI a lot. I hate working with UI, especially like my UI library. It's just disgusting. I'm sorry, it is. That also might break me. I can try. Maybe. But, I mean, yeah. Do I even have the function? Because something that would have to happen is the UI would have to follow the aircraft around. I'm trying to think if I have the logic for that. I have something like that. Too much money. Oh, truly. Yeah. I think I have, what was it? Alignment with rotation. So this takes in a rotation and spits out a, I need to have like align with globe with world position method. Honestly, I don't think I could implement this live. But you know, it would be a feature to add, that's for sure. It's going to be a feature to add soon. I mean, if you've ever seen, you know, War Thunder, they always have that kind of thing. Interesting. I just hit a wall or something. Something went white temporarily. Just roll a little more. Do I try to add that? Ah, screw it. Let's try to add it. Let's try. I have some functionality in there. Make games a billionaire by making store like app tools. Oh, making a game store. Steam owner. Yeah, the Steam owner. The owner of Steam. I know that guy. We have 4 people watching. Whoever's watching, you should join the game. You should join the game. No server connection. Oh, that's why. That's because I use the non-local build. That's why. Let me open this again. There we go. There's the lobby. We're in the lobby. Someone else is in the lobby. That's how it stayed open. But yeah, I mean, join the game. Hop on in. The link's in the description. It's all multiplayer. You'll be able to fly around. Pretty cool stuff. It is pretty awesome stuff. The way you join, I'll crash and just walk you through it. Whoever wants to join. So I'll respawn in 4 seconds now. And then the way you join, so the name thing doesn't work. Again, that's just placeholder. But you enter a lobby code, so 735569. You'd press join, and then you'd press play. That's it. If you join, it all works. It should all work. It's fully multiplayer, fully networked. This is just a flight sim. This is a network test, but hopefully we'll have missiles, guns, and all sorts of awesome stuff. And this all works in the browser, and it's written in C++. So pretty neat. Pretty neat. I'm just surprised I even was able to make a multiplayer game. Let's see. Hey man, first time here, but I saw your vid about history program. Really enjoyed it. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed making that one. Lot of effort, that's for sure. Very, very, very time consuming. How much does it cost to run the server? Right now, it's on just a free tier. Because, like, there's very few people playing the game right now. Nothing. I think it's just a free tier. But by the way, guys, join the game. You know, let's stress test this server. Anybody can join. But yeah, server's free right now. Of course, once, you know, if enough people start playing the game, it will probably have to become something I pay for. Work. Are you boycotting AI? I see the Clippy icon. Is that an AI boycott? I thought it was boycotting something else. I could be wrong. Interesting. Let's see. Aircraft seems to work pretty well. What time is it? It is like 1:30. GitHub provides free publishing. So the original game. So here's the thing. GitHub does provide like free web hosting. The original build of this game was in fact on the web, hosted through GitHub. But I couldn't get. The thing is, there's two sides to this app. There's the server and the client. Client, when it's just a standalone HTML web page, like that's fine. I can host that on GitHub. But when I want it to connect to the server, which I have to, GitHub doesn't let that happen. I don't think there's like a WebSocket connection issue. It doesn't let that happen. So now it's hosted through Vercel. The back end is hosted through render.com. And it's just two separate apps being hosted. They talk to each other. And yeah. And I think in the future, there will be an HTTP server. What does that mean? I didn't catch it. I'm not fluent in English. What part of state of US? Oh, I'm in Missouri. I'm in, yeah, Missouri. Like smack in the center of the US. I like it. It's a pretty nice place to be. I like America, you know? What do you mean I didn't catch it? But yeah, GitHub hosting, it was pretty easy to set up. It was really good. That was what I was using for like the longest time. Literally until yesterday. It was all through GitHub. But now it's Vercel and render.com. And you know, it's probably going to be more expensive to run stuff in the future, but I mean, here's the other thing. This game, like the thing about multiplayer games is, you're right, you have to pay for servers. So if people aren't playing this game, I'm not going to pay to keep the servers up. So this may be something that's live for like a couple months. And if no one's playing it, I'll have to take it down. Or I'll just leave it on the render.com free tier. I'm not from Texas. Love KSP. Oh, dude. I love KSP. KSP is what got me into computer science and aerospace. But I was into aerospace since I was like born. I love aerospace. But I learned how to play KSP in like 3rd grade. That's when I was introduced to the game. There's Scott Manley on YouTube. And oh yeah. I played KSP. It was a good time. It was a great time. Yeah, very. Very awesome game. It got me into computer games because I wanted to play KSP with friends when so I lived overseas for a while. When I came back to the States, I'd learned about KSP while I was overseas. When I came back to the States, I wanted to, play it with my friends. And I introduced it to them, and they were like, this is so weird. Because I was in like 4th grade. What 4th grader plays KSP? And I was like, how do you guys not love this game? So I was like, okay, it's just too complicated. It is kind of complicated. And I was like, let me make an easier version of it. One does not simply make KSP. But, so that obviously didn't go anywhere. But I had a lot of fun trying to make KSP. And because of that, I just started making. That's when I learned to program. I started with Godot before it was cool. I had the old version of Godot, like really old. I think it was like before 3.0. It might have been 2 point something, or it might have been early 3.0. How many states have you visited? A lot. Including visited, I think we're at what? I'd say around 10. It's a safe bet. And then plus 2 countries that I lived in, but like I visited much more than 2 countries. Like maybe 5 countries visited, 10 states visited, and lived in between. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I loved it. Benefits of traveling. You just get to see the world. It's pretty cool. It sounds like a lot of you guys aren't in the US. It's cool getting to like just go to other places and see stuff. I'm very, very privileged that I got to do that. A lot of people don't. There's not as much traveling as you would think, and it wasn't even like traveling. I lived there for a little bit. 5 countries: Germany, Greece, UK, and then visited. These aren't countries. Prague, Vienna, and Budapest are places I visited. Say this letter. Oh, the umlauten. Okay, I used to know German. I don't know it very well anymore. I know that the O with the umlauten over it is a U, and the A I think is. I don't want to say this totally wrong. Oh, the A. I don't remember. I don't remember it ever being something I had to think about. Funny you brought the umlauten back. I thought I'd escaped the umlauten. I'm curious to know different cultures. Yeah, it's cool. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed my time. Apple. Yeah. Germany, didn't you have problem communicating there? Yeah, but I learned the language enough to. It was a long time ago. I was like 10 to 12 years old. I did not travel all by myself. I lived. My family and I moved around. But yeah, Apple. Oh, is the? Are you trying to say that the A is the same as an apple? A? Or it? Because, like in English, it's just apple. Hard A is A. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff to be done in other countries. A lot of cool stuff to be seen. Got it. So it's just A. Interesting. Wow. Well, I do think I sadly might have to end the stream soon. Running a little short on time. But it's cool that I was able to test this. I plan to do a lot more of these. Yeah. I'll leave the server up. But actually I'll leave it up and then I'll have to take it down at some point just in case. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. It's always fun though, and I'll try to stream a little more. Hopefully when school ends, Hopefully during school too. All right. But I will see y'all.